Hey guys, Bicebomb here, bringing you this Dathea Mythic Unholy DK guide. The kill I'm going to show you is our first kill in progression. I got a rank 1 for my damage. I think it's rank 2 now. Someone beat me just with a tiny bit. Just to let you know, I'll make a huge mistake in this video, so I just want to say that beforehand. So I'm supposed to go to the 4th platform, but I mess up the numbers so I don't go there. But luckily we still killed the boss, and all good, right? But just want to get that out there. For talents here, I'm running the standard raiding single target build. I do pick up double death advance. I'll talk about why we do that in a bit, and I also pick up abomination limb, and that's specifically for dealing with the ads, helping to grip those up. But let's just jump straight into it. I'll talk you through my my gameplay, my thinking, and discuss what I do to maximize my damage. So to start off, the opener here is going to be a bit important. So we'll do our normal opener, but I do also pop down A and Z after a bit. So when you clear the electric circles on Mythic, right, it puts a dot on everyone, and I can then leverage my A and Z to soak up some of that magic damage to build up a little bit more runing power. Alright, you can see there, I'm popping a macro, pass the box down, I'm getting PI, pop down my A and Z. And you can see that the dot now is helping to build my runing power. So generally, the thing is that as you do this, your runing power builds. It means that you can death call like every second GCD. So you go clone shadows into death call, clone shadow into death call, and so on. Right. Once my dark arbiter is over, I refresh my dots. I pop down my abomination limb. This is fine. It's going to be up for the ads, and I use my grief torch. Now, cyclone comes up. I'm going to use double charges of death advance here. I think you could use one charge if you do it perfectly, but it's just easiest to use double, and then you don't need to care about it. We've got ad coming down. I dot that up, and then I'm going to try and leverage my def and K as much as possible here. And also I'm getting lots of def called cleave here. I'm in charge of keeping track of the health of the infuser. You see the ads spawning there. We want it to be around 20% health ideally when the ads spawn, and we can see we hit that quite nicely here. They pull the ad to where it's going to die, and then we get knocked back. I could use Death Advance here to avoid a knockback, but I'd rather save it so I got double on use for when we get the pulled in effect. Now nothing much happens now for a couple seconds. I do get the mark, and we're going to clear that. I think I'm going to go into yellow here. Need to be careful so that we don't accidentally spread it. We got our next set of cooldowns here. This is the third set of Unholy Blight DT, which means that we time it with Unholy Assault as well. We've got crosswinds. Always good to look behind you to make sure you don't get hit. The thing is that you will get hit by those sometimes. It's very difficult to perfectly do it. So, another cyclone. I'm going to use double Death's Advance here as well. And I think we're going to have people coming down soon, and we got the new ad. Alright, so this ad, I'm going to get knocked up on the platform, and the idea on the platform is for you to group up the ads as quickly as possible. That's kind of like the job of the Unholy DK. You won't be able to do that much AoE damage. Do our best, of course, but can't do that much. Oh, ran into a tornado there, unfortunately. Ads coming up, we can see that it's a bit high, so I'm probably calling for a bit more damage here. And then we move to platform. Sometimes you need to use Death Advance here to get into position. It's very important, as you can see. I use Death Advance, cancel it, right, before he does the knockback, otherwise you're going to screw up. Now, I get pulled a bit to the left here because I see that the main group of 4 is slightly to the left, right? That's what you want to do. So sometimes it's 3+3, sometimes it's 4+2. If it's 4+2, jump into the 4-bit so you can grip the other 2 in quickly. What I'm going to do here, I use my Dark Transformation and Apocalypse on the main guy. He's like the one that dies slowest, so I'm going to try and kill him as quickly as possible. But then you just definitely K and you just spam your clone shadows. That's the most efficient way to do damage here. I think you could pick up a dot build to do a bit more, but I don't need it here. So use AMZ at the end. That's the by far most dangerous part. So aim Z there to make sure no one dies when you get knocked back and lost those last couple of seconds. Get back to the platform and prepare myself for my second set of 3 minutes. You can see I have army up now. I'm going to use my Dark Arbiter, and then I'm going to go into my Arbiter window here. We have the Infuser up, so he's quite a high here. So what I do is that I essentially murder him by sending all my pets on him, but then go back. So need to be careful about this. If you just send your cooldowns and you swap for the Infuser, you're gonna kill him instantly. So just make sure you don't absolutely murder him, and you know, change target for your pets appropriately. I get a PI there as well. The PI comes like 330, so you might feel like you miss out on a cast, but using it on the DK is just much better. Like, we gain so much. I'm probably not sure what I was doing there. I was just standing too close to the tornado. Alright, you can see I've messed up my Festimat window. So what I do here is actually I delay my cooldowns a little bit, so I can start my next Festimat window with an Apocalypse. It was only like 5-6 seconds. I think that's fine generally. Alright, I have someone dying, so I'm probably going to rest them, or they rest themselves. I'm going to use my next Grief Torch soon. So soon for the mistake, right? The next ad I'm supposed to go up, but I confused myself. I think it's the third ad, so I won't actually go up, but it turns out they do it without me anyway. The thing is, after this point, right, so once you've done the 4th platform and you get back, the fight is pretty much over, because what you do is just kill the boss. That's it. Which is interesting. Alright, so we're gonna send our cooldowns again. And here comes the mess up. I'm supposed to get knocked off, but I don't. Asking Rainbow wasn't clear enough, so just my mistake. So he's going to stand there, and they're going to have to deal with the ads themselves. It's fine though. I think generally, obviously, it's nice to get grips, but the it's not the small ads that is like the limiting factor on the platform. It's the big one. So I think with me, obviously, it goes quicker, but without me, it was actually fine in the end, which is lucky. Otherwise, I would have been completely responsible for a wipe in this moment. Alright, so we've got 30 seconds coming up for Dark Arbiter. We're going to want to use that as soon as possible. We've got Cyclone. I'm going to use my double Death's Advance. And now we're kind of just surging the boss. And I'm mentally preparing myself for the third set of big cooldowns for me. Alright, we've got 10 seconds. We want to reduce army so that we use army first. That's quite important because it's up much longer. Alright, there we go. We press army, I think. Come on. We'll wait for a little bit actually, because our Dark Transformation is not quite up, so hold on to army a little bit, and then here we're going to use it, and we're going to send all our cooldowns. We're just going to use, we apply that, send Dark Transformation, Apocalypse into the PI macro. I get PI, I use my other trinket, I use Berserking, and I will just Surg in the boss. And this is like perfect cooldown timing for me, because I'm going to have Dark Arbiter finish just before the boss dies, and it's going to boost my damage quite a lot. We can see we've got 1.1 million Dark Arbiter there, not too shabby. I usually get 1.7 in the opener, so I'm very happy about that. And there you go, boss is dead. Nothing really happens. I would definitely recommend, so we're using a 5-wheel strat for platforms, and I think that worked really well for us, so hopefully you can replicate something similar. Anyway, boss is dead. That was rank 1. As you can see, it's mostly about doing lots of single target damage and then trying to do your best to do damage on the ads. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this video. Upvote, downvote, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.